When it comes to this flat here, once again, wide open. The post route's also wide open, as the defense is really covering nothing here. And now we simply make one adjustment by flipping the play, and you're going to see a completely different reaction from the defense, as this flat defender here is going to take away the flat route, or the post route here being double teamed across the board, so he's never going to get open. The in route here being matched by the flat. And then last but not least, we have the hook curl here matching the crossing receiver, who gets a knockout as everything is completely bagged. If you guys need fast, cheap, reliable coins for your ultimate team, check out my coin sponsors at MMOXP.com and use discount code MONEYSHOT for 6% off your order. Link in the description below. The champ is here! Welcome back, Money Team. This is Madden Money Shot, sniffing out the college cheese as always. In today's video, I'm going to give you guys what I think is the best zone coverage to use in the entire game. And it's actually pretty rare zone coverage, which I don't think a lot of people are using. But before I do, as always, if you guys want to see more videos like this, as I'm trying to put out more college tip videos on Fridays, please make sure to be a subscriber, hit the like button, let me know in the comment section. Oh, that's going to go right into the video. And the play that I'm going to show you guys can be found in multiple formations, but I'm going to show it to you out of the 4-2-5 over G. First, the coverage that I'm referring to is cover 6, as there's a lot of zone coverage, especially matching zone coverage, I just don't feel do very good in pass coverage, where I feel that the cover 6 is probably the best. If it's a fully matching cover 6, like this particular play is here, or the cover 6 match, which I can roll down to and I can find a fully matching cover 6 here, this is going to be the best style of cover 6. Now, you also have plays like the cover 6 invert. This is not fully matching. This is going to leave players open, and I'll show you guys the difference there, as I'm going to put all these plays into my audibles and show you the differences when I go into the play. But before I do, I'll go over more plays from this formation and every formation in this playbook in my 4-2-5 Alabama defensive ebook. So if you guys want more help, more money plays, you can download this or any of my ebooks instantly simply by clicking links in the scripts or the top pinned comment. And on offense, I'm just going to pick the same play so we can see how each individual defense reacts to this. Now, cover 6 and cover 9 are basically the same thing. I have all these plays in my audibles. We got the regular cover 6, the cover 6 trap, and the cover 9. And you'll notice that the zones are the exact same. In cover 6, you have your half cover 2, half cover 4, and it's fully matching with soft squat, which is a matching cover 2 hard flat, vert hook, which is a matching hook zone, which is, you know, something that's going to follow receivers. The 3-rec hook, which is obviously the same thing, is going to follow the third receiver. That's why it's called that. And the quarter flat, which is going to match and follow receivers. So the entire defense here is matching, and that's the same across the board. If I switch from the cover 6 to the cover 6 trap, it's the exact same thing. And then cover 9 is the exact same thing. It's just flipped. Now, I'm going to show you guys how these zones react to the play here, as I chose the same place so we can see the exact thing over and over. As I'm going to start off with the regular cover 6. I'm not going to actually use anybody. I'm just going to use our defensive lineman and just stand around. And you can see how everything's covered, although he threw the ball a little bit early before we could actually see how he would match the running back coming out of the backfield. So we'll go ahead and do that again. Like I said, I'm not trying to force anything here. You can see as we get another swat. So I'm just going to go to the replay because he looks like he's kind of like robo chucking it to the same guy. But if we watch the replay, you can see here that everything is covered on the field. The linebacker, the 3-rec hook, originally starts off dropping back and double teaming the middle of the field. But if the play were to continue, you can see that he's changing his attention and dropping down to the running back coming out of the backfield. So even though the running back looks like he's open, that 3-rec hook would eventually took care of him, as we basically have blanket coverage across the board. Every receiver here is covered from the start of the play. As you can see, he takes away the flat. The quarter flat matches the flat defender in that area. We have a double team on this post route, so he's not open. And then we have the cover 2 hard flat, which, like I said, is going to match. Following this, he's not just going to stay out in the flat. He's going to match this in route across the board. So everything's covered, as this play here ultimately ends in a batted pass over the middle. So now I'm going to switch to the cover 6 trap, which, like I said, is the exact same thing. I don't know why it has a different name. We're going to see the exact same results. As this running back, though, that probably the only thing that I saw that changed there is we get the pass to the exact same player, is the actual running back got prioritized a little bit more when it comes to this guy here. He didn't double team the receiver. You can see he comes right down to the box, and he basically covers the running back, or prioritizes covering the running back a little bit more. But everything else is the same. And then last but not least, we have cover 9, which is just flipped. But that brings me to my first point when it comes to running these defenses. The cover 2 side, in my opinion, should always be on the leverage side, which is the speed side. Any side, whenever you run these plays, doesn't matter which play you run, as long as you run it with the cover 2 side to the side that has more speed, I think you're going to get better results. But we'll go ahead and we'll run it this way first, just to see how how the coverage acts differently, and ultimately, in my opinion, less successful. As you can see right off the bat, this receiver just gets wide open right over the middle. As to why this receiver got open for the first time against any one of these defenses, you can see, number one, the run fits has this guy out of place as he shoots down to try to take that away. And then we also have the quarter flat taking the crossing receiver, which is not the best. As you can see, this guy here is now covering nobody because he didn't, he didn't match the way he did in the previous play. And when it comes to this flat here, once again, wide open because the quarter flat usually matches that much better. The post route's also wide open. As you can see, the computer really could have threw to just about any receiver here. So now let's see what happens if I choose that same cover 9 and flip the play towards the play's strength, which is the speed side of the field. It looks the exact same, but is it going to perform the exact same way? So let's go ahead and let's let this play run one more time. As you can see that the flat does get covered the exact same way, even though it was a little bit late, because cover 9 does seem to have a little bit more when it comes to a run fit. But you can see it's the exact same thing. The only thing that I saw that really changed was this flat here. You can see that the linebacker bites on the play fake a little bit stronger when it comes to cover 9. So this might be a little bit better of a run defense because it does seem to react to that first. So he could have threw to the flat, but you can see he eventually gets over there and takes that flat defender away. So if he didn't see it right away, then there's really no issue. We have the same double team on the post coming over to the top, although he does have a little bit more inside leverage. He does seem to have a little bit more space over the top as this safety's not really covering it as well. So like I said, to me, cover 6 definitely is best, but you can see that the principles did play pretty much the same way. We have the same coverage to the crosser. We have the same coverage to the in receiver here, even though he's got a little bit space. He has a little bit more of an inside look, which you don't necessarily want. And all of this is why I'm saying that cover 6 match is definitely the best way to go. And you can really find that in just about any formation in the game. So I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to switch over to the penny now, which has a cover 6 of its own. We're going to pick that, and we're going to make the exact same adjustment, making sure that we have the cover 2 side to the speed side so that we get a better reaction. This time I'm going to use this guy here just stand around. As we're going to see, cover 6 favors the pass first, and we get the exact same thing that we got from the cover 6 from the other defense. So now we're in a different defensive formation, but we have the exact same zone coverage, so it's going to react the exact same way. As this flat defender here is going to take away the flat route, we have the post defender, or the post route here, being double teamed across the board, so he's never going to get open. And then you also have the in route here being matched by the flat. And then last but not least, we have the hook curl here matching the crossing receiver, who gets another knockout and really good coverage on the play. So just to drive the point home that you always want to make sure that you have the cover 2 side to the speed side, I'm going to run it the wrong way to show you that it's really important to make sure that you're always flipping this play to the 2 receiver side. So we're going to run it one time just to show you how this defense is going to cover a lot different. It's not going to quite be cover 9, but you can see how we have a receiver open right away. And this is why this vertical hook here is only going to really match routes that go vertically. As this particular route, the flat to the tight end, is not going to go vertically, so he's not going to follow him. It's not just simply, I'm going to follow who's in front of me. I'm following it to the space that I'm supposed to cover. So on this play here, the flat route is wide open, as there's nobody underneath to take that away, including the hard flat, because this defense is on the wrong side of the field. The post route here is also open to a point where you could definitely throw it in this window. And then you also have on the other side, which is probably the biggest issue, as this flat here, this quarter flat, really just wants to cover to the outside here. So he's not going to follow this receiver at all. As you can see, he never turns his feet. He never runs with him. He just chucks him inside and then basically follows close enough to the point where this deep zone is supposed to take over once this guy gets past 10 yards, which the quarterback just fits the ball in the window before he ever does that. So even though cover 6 is the best zone coverage to use, if you don't have it set to the right side, it's not going to matter. As you always want to make sure that you have the cover 2 side to the side that has more receivers and more speed to get the best results, as this is going to be the best way to guarantee that they're going to match vertical routes. So I went ahead and I backed out, and once again, we're going to pick the same cover 6, but I'm going to show it to you against a very common concept, something like the Z spot. This here, typically you'd have your opponent put the outside receiver on a streak. I'm not controlling the offense, so I'm not going to be able to do that, but it doesn't really matter. We're going to flip the play once again. We always want the strong side to have, the cover 2 side, the speed side. So we have all of our guys in place. We have our vert hook on the speed side. We have our 3-rec hook on the speed side. So the 3-rack hook, and this is pretty obvious how this is going to match. Typically, you would think the flat would be covered by the soft squat, but it's not going to be. The vert hook is going to take the corner route, and the 3-rack hook is going to take that flat because they're going to match. So if you're the type of person that likes to user the guy in the middle of the field, and you think that, okay, I'm supposed to take away the middle of the field here, you're going to leave this tight end wide open. So we're just going to make sure that all these guys are in the right place. We're going to let the play run, and I'm not going to use our defensive lineman once again so I don't mess up the coverage of any kind. And you can see how, once again, everything is completely bagged. The 3-rack hook, like I said, he's going to match this third receiver, which is really easy when you want to figure out who the third receiver is. You always count your receivers from the outside. So the number 1 receiver is number 1, the number 2 receiver is number 80, and the number 3 receiver is number 17, the tight end, which is why the 3-rack hook will immediately match to that receiver and take him away in the flat. Let's see who the flat here covered, as he actually went vertical with the corner route. So I actually had that wrong. I thought that the vertical hook would, but you can see how the vert hook covers this corner route here, or covers the little curl route over the middle, bagging that completely. And then you could also see how this choice route here was covered by the quarter flat, because basically, or the deep quarter zone, as these guys are going to cover anything that goes over 10 yards. And we just have everything covered here once again, because we have the play flipped to the right side. Everything is completely locked, as this defense is probably the best defense to use as long as you're using it correctly in college football 26. So I'm gonna go ahead and end the video there, but if you guys want to see more videos like this, I will have a gameplay of me using this formation popping up on screen. So just click links. Until next time, thanks for watching, man. Mush it out. Need more help or just want to show your support? Then head over to my Patreon and join my team, where you can get exclusive content like ebooks and bonus plays, as well as early access to my vids and more. Link in the description below.